So then Goliath this week also had very good results out. On October 27th, they announced that Goliath drills multiple high-grade gold intervals up to 10.72 grams per ton of gold over 7.83 meters, including 20.37 grams per ton of gold over 4.1 meters at the 1.8-kilometer squared Sherbet discovery that remains wide open. Now, I have consistently, and by the way, I had an interview with just a few days ago with Roger Rosmus as well. And you can find that on my YouTube and on my Substack, or also on my X account, Allan B Reports. So just quickly, here is some images of the visible gold in the drill core. Now, I keep on highlighting this map to people right here because of the phenomenal amount of visible gold to the naked eye that they've found in their drilling at the Sherbet discovery. Look at all this widespread visible gold. Now, this is a top-down view or a plan view, as it's called in the mining business. You're looking from on top down, and you can see all the distribution, which again is quite phenomenal. You're looking at over a 1,200 meters from this dimension, another almost 1,000 meters in that dimension. And if you go from the top down, there's about 800 meters of vertical relief. And inside that area is where all this visible gold is located. Now, I'm going to zoom back up here because there is another map that is a cross section. And now you're looking at a slice of the earth, and you're looking into one area and from the side view. And as you can see, look at all this visible gold that you can see. There's a particular one called the Bonanza BN2 vein. And look at some of these hits in it. 12 grams over 11 meters, 13 grams over 6 meters, 11 grams over 11.7 grams over 11 meters, 12.52 grams over 7.95 meters, 15 grams of gold over 11.9 meters, 11 grams of gold over 27 meters, and then here in this recently reported hole, 10.72 grams over 8 meters. You know, if you see these kind of, what did I do here? Sorry about this. I click too much sometimes. But, and this is one of multiple veins that are stacked one on top of the other. And this also emphasizes something that I keep talking about. Here's a series of stacked veins that dips in this direction. And here's another series of stacked veins that dips in the opposite direction. So one goes out to the east and one goes out to the west. These stacked veins on their own are quite impressive because that's what the Pogo mine up in Alaska is made up of, is a bunch of these stacked veins with high-grade gold throughout them. Same thing is happening here, but you've actually got two separate series of stacked veins. One of them goes towards the east and one of them goes towards the west. Ultimately, how I describe this is I think that you can think of sort of like a bathtub with the magma chamber below the bottom of the bathtub, and then coming up the sides is the juices, as we call them in the mine business, which is your fluids that contain the gold, are likely feeding one side and feeding the other side of a series of stacked veins. I call it a unicorn pick. I call it one of my high-grade gold explorers with an important discovery. And it really is a unicorn type discovery. These don't come along very often in the Golden Triangle of British Columbia. One of the great ones was the Eskay Creek mine, and also one that my audience is very aware of, which is the Brucejack mine that was mined by Pretium. I followed that from before they became a mine. It became a mine through to them getting taken over because it was such a good mine. And I think that the Sherbet discovery is going to fall somewhere in between. I think it could be better than Brucejack, and I think it could be on its way to being in between the Brucejack. Oh, excuse me, the Brucejack discovery and SK Creek. I know that sounds very bullish, but come on, look at all of this visible gold in this system. That is very unique, folks. You don't see this very often where you see that much visible gold. So great discovery. And I could talk about it a lot. I'm a shareholder of the company. I'm a happy shareholder. I don't think I own enough, and I'll look for weakness to buy more. All right. Oh,